the cloud. Very good. Welcome, welcome. Hi, friends. It is your regular. Oh, one less friend. It is your regular upstream marketing team meetup for Kubernetes. Just want to see how people are doing. So feel free to add a status of what's going on in your world. And then let's talk through whatever is on our agenda, which right now is pretty light, but we can add to it in no time. So first up, we took last week off, rightfully so. It was a holiday in the United States, and hopefully one celebrated elsewhere. And yes, but has there been any big wins or things we should celebrate since the last time we met up? Yeah, go for it, Jones.
Yes. So I want to congratulate Rajula for becoming a Kubernetes org member.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
That just happened an hour ago. So congratulations. Welcome to the crazy.
Did you get your org invite member or like org invite yet?
Sorry?
Did you get your org invite yet? Link?
No, I did not get it yet. No.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for that.
Yeah. If it doesn't show up like in the next 2 hours, just feel free to give me a ping because that might mean there's an issue in our CI.
Yeah.
Computers are hard, man. It's definitely been my go-to phrase. Okay, that's really awesome. Congrats, Rajula. Any other milestones or things that we've been trying to work through? I guess it's worth saying like Paris is officially gone into advisor mode. So we've hit steady state in this group, which I think is a huge thing. We've got some good practices out there. We've got documentation out there, and we can just continue to refine and progress and recruit more people who want to share stories. So that's cool. Cool. All right, going across the board. First up, kind of in discussion, I just want to throw out from an editorial / storytelling standpoint, there's one article that's in review that I had a chance to review since we last spoke. And it's an awesome look at SIG Windows, which is a great one. And we hope, fingers crossed, we get more people to want to join as participants by seeing our posts. So Kaslin is going to work on an edit on that. Don't think she could make it this morning, but she's been doing her thing. And it's a great read. If you want to get any edits in, if you find any like the very small edits that we call nits, if you want to hop into the hack MD and do so, you're very welcome to do so now. She'll be transitioning that to a PR soon, so the sooner the better on that.
These are some amazing art in there. I love it.
Oh, that was the thing that blew my mind too. Yeah, for others that if you click through and check out the HackMD thing, yeah, Kaslin, like she's an amazing illustrator. I had no idea.
She loves to doodle.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just absolutely I actually, as soon as you said that, I forgot to mention that when I wrote back to her. Like, I was so blown away when I looked, I'm like, who did this? And I saw Kaslin, like, whoa, we've got somebody like that on our team. We've got to
fantastic.
We've got to remember to nudge her to draw cool things because it's really, really good.
I think that the SIG Windows team will just love the computer there with the Kubernetes logo.
Right. Yeah, I do think about playfully offering a PR of that into their part of the repo. It's like, what else are we doing if
hey Kaslin, we're just talking about you and how you're awesome.
Yeah, and that your art
is excellent. I mean, that's what I expected to come into.
Yeah, it's not Friday tradition.
And we're talking about your SIG Windows Spotlight and the artwork that you created. This is fantastic.
It's so
good. Yay! I was wondering if that would be fine.
More than fine is exceptional. So
Awesome.
Yay! I was thinking maybe we could have like a, I don't know, if we want to keep it somewhere on GitHub, because that's what I do with our work that I do for my blog. If we want it for the SIG, we can have a place to put that if you want. I'm down with that.
that's a really fun idea of like, yeah, if there's almost like a little bit of a casual repository of the different you know, not iconography, they're images that people could reuse.
Yeah.
Is there already a resource like that?
There might be.
There isn't one. We have one for iconography specifically. That's meant for stuff to be used in like presentations. I don't think we have one for artwork. It might actually. It might be a good thing to toss in the other stuff, like we have all the designs for all like the contributor summits and things like that we do in there. So it could potentially create something. It'd probably be in the K community repo. I just don't know if it'd be like a top level item or like it'd be under like Contribex or something like that.
Yeah, I'm very supportive. What comes to, or do you want to marinate on that a little, Caslin, or are you thinking, do you have an idea on where that could
to
go?
put it?
Yeah.
I have no idea. It kind of depends on what we think is best for the project's organization. So
Totally
not quite
fair.
sure what that would be.
Yeah, and that is a beast beyond any of our comprehension. So
we can just toss it out and like just ask for opinions and like SIG Contribex. And we can go from there.
why don't we commit to opening an issue, like as a place to discuss that, and could pop it around that way. It's easy to not lose sight of. Yeah. If you get to it, cool. If we get to it through this working meeting, we can do that.
Cool. I had also mentioned, we were talking about the Twitter account. And one thing we had mentioned is that I could make some assets for that at some point too, possibly. So that's one reason I thought it might be useful to have a repo.
Yeah, I'm all about it. And you know what? Like, if we end up choosing a space that we don't keep forever, that's Kubernetes in a nutshell. Let's just reprovision elsewhere.
Yeah, we'll just move it someplace else.
Oh, seeing in the chat now, Karthikeyan is saying you can create a repo for Kate's assets if needed. I think we'll try to integrate it into existing repos to start, but appreciate the offer for sure. It's like, if we end up needing to branch it out, I think Bob would guide us that direction for sure. And your help would be appreciated. Cool.
Also, the doggy one is from a blog post actually that I have on my blog. So I might put that one up on my own
Personal?
art repo as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's up under Creative Commons, so
Oh,
it can
nice.
be used
That was actually
anywhere.
going to be my next question, just to
How is it
make sure
licensed?
we aren't like,
Yeah.
doing something bad here.
I put a Creative Commons repo, license on the repo. I need to adjust it. It's not in the right format right now, but it is there. So
Good. Cool. And yeah, for those, if you're not familiar, the Creative Commons is a licensing structure for non-code contributions for content. And yeah, we're always legally allowed to use images created by somebody if that person is given us explicit permission. So Caslin writing it and posting, we're totally in the clear. But still, it'd be awesome to get like a CC by SA 4.0 on it, which gives it everyone permission. Or you can do no attribution is what that one is. You can do attribution and others. So
yeah, I think I have the attribution one. Like you can use this anywhere, even for profit, as long as you do attribution.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I like how you sneak your name in there too. It's very classy.
One of them is more obvious than the others, but yeah. Thinking maybe I should move that. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's just the side comment on the Gophers repo from Ashley. Yeah, that is a beast I'm very familiar with. And also, yeah, she's on the non-commercial share alike, so NCSA, which is also
Yeah.
great. Like there are a lot of options if you don't worry about keeping it like open source licensing.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if we have anyone willing or able to commit to something as extensive as what Ashley did. So we probably don't need a separate repo. It's like, let's just make some little icons of Kaslin's great work and make it easy for people to snag it. That'd be
Yeah.
fun. Cool. Next up would be calendar template. Is this from you, Jonas?
It's from me, Matt.
Oh, sorry, Ursula. Yeah,
Uh,
right. This was the
So
calendar
me and
template.
Paris came up with this. So we want some feedback. After that, we want to know how to take up with this.
Awesome.
And also one more thing, the meeting link in our calendar is the old link. We need to update it with the new meeting doc.
I can take care of that
Yeah.
immediately. One sec.
So, Julie, could you walk us through again? Where did this
No,
land?
this is okay. So I was just looking at the calendar and we're looking at duplications and all. So, and then we figured out that was so inconsistent from different SIGs. So why can't we have a template with placeholders like what's the meeting link, what's the Zoom link, and we can maybe we can tell the community to maybe use this, which would make it easy to read and interpret it. Yeah.
Makes a ton of sense. Love it.
Yeah, I like this too.
And for example, I've used the SIG marketing group in the template.
So this would then update the guidelines for the 6 essentially. The guidelines that we have, like, hey, here's how you create a calendar. So please use this format, right?
Yeah, we can do that maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is like you're asking to break it down. You're asking for feedback on the current template, which we should look at and thumbs up, thumbs down right now. And then separately, like, what do we do with the template? Like, what's the action for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thumbs up for adding a template, but like I think it's gonna be very difficult to actually get the SIGs to apply it. Like George and I are having enough problems just getting calendars and permissions and that sort of stuff sorted out right now. So
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be honestly the big hurdle.
Cool. Get it out there. Cool. I like it. So breaking it down, so in favor of it, or as it looks right now, is this good? Any additions or subtractions? I think it looks great. It looks just like a recommendation for how to clean some stuff up.
We actually, if you want to open a PR to add that into like the calendar guidelines, go for it. We also need to add a little note that like when you add a group, Google Calendars now automatically adds a meet link, which is causing confusion for people. Is like for like the community meeting and several other meetings, you now have both the Zoom link, which is like in the agenda, and then in the auto added meet link.
I thought there
And
was
you
a
can't
setting.
remove it like you can.
You can remove it, but you have to remove it after you add the group to the invite.
So terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so
Or should I go ahead and post it on the Tech Leads channel and get input first?
If you want to go for it, then if anyone has any comments in there, can open up the PR.
Okay.
so I'd be clear about the expectation, right? So something we've kind of said from the beginning of this group is that we can provide standardization and recommendations, but we're not here to police and force
Right.
implementation. So if you say like, hey, we're putting this together, we noticed some inconsistencies and people having questions about how to design their template or their calendar, here is a recommended template.
Okay.
Does anyone else have edits to that recommendation? So I think the phrasing is really important, or people will feel like, well, who are you and why should we listen? You know what I mean?
Yeah, got it.
Cool. Yeah, if that sounds good, I would definitely, yeah, because even if they don't give any feedback, just socializing it out there primes them to be like, okay, well, there's this new resource available.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, implementation. So Regula to socialize with the leads. Then PR to. Did we say where that would be PR'd into?
It would be PR'd into our calendar guidelines. It's under Kubernetes community communication.
Yeah.
So
there.
we have our formatting in there.
Perfect.
The other thing that we should probably do, although this probably isn't necessarily the marketing team, is also add notes on this stuff from the chairs and TLs guide that's being built.
I mean, I think if we have, I'm all about crossing organizational boundaries, if especially since it will help communicate more effectively. So if we can offer this there, what would that look like?
It would probably just be a link out to the specific section in the calendar guidelines for it.
Okay.
And just saying, like, when scheduling a meeting, use the template defined in the calendar guidelines.
Yeah. Could you send a link to the issue or PR that's under discussion for that? Whatever asset.
Yep.
Yeah, because currently the calendar guidelines just has a note, like in the calendar invite body, include your meeting notes, Zoom information, and any other pertinent information that you want your group to know. It's not structured, so having this structured is top.
Yeah. Templates are kindness. Good deal. Maybe this is a good moment to pause. There's some new people that jumped in and just want to see anyone else have agenda items they want to get on the discussion right now or to introduce themselves if it's their first time.
You don't have to introduce yourself if you don't want to.
But yeah, lurking is also very welcome. I lurked for months before jumping in. Oh, I spoke too much. Okay. Chris, what's on your mind?
Tweets, and more tweets.
Okay, cool. We'll get there soon.
Yeah.
So Bob's gonna snag us the team lead link, and then we got some good implementation details. This is awesome, Regula. Thanks again for putting it together. And yeah, it'll be super handy once we get tooling in place to bot some stuff. That's the technical term for it, right? Good deal. Moving along. Recurring items. What's going on with the? Do you want a calendar walk for us, Jonas?
Let's do it. Let me share my screen. I can't because I'm not allowed.
Oh, we have the capabilities.
We have the power.
If I were Jonas,
oh, I just saw the chat. Regula officially an org member. Yay!
That's awesome. Absolutely.
We did a little celebration earlier.
I'm good. I'm glad because
there's much rejoicing.
Regula is awesome, and I'm so glad he's here.
Same.
All right. So here's what it looks like right now. Looking at next week, we got SIG meetings, SIG apps, AWS cluster API, SIG release, cluster lifecycle, testing, SIG node, tons of meetings.
It's really small. It's really small.
So can I comment on this really quick?
Sure.
George,
Is that better, Chris?
George and I are going through all the calendars and cleaning it up right now.
Mhm.
We don't actually have access to the majority of these calendars to clean them up. So
Fantastic.
Sorry, I'm laughing with you.
I'm
laughing with you.
We're trying to get this resolved because there's all sorts of little issues. Like if you take a look on Monday, that there are 2 Kubernetes SIG apps meetings, and one has a location as ebay.com.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
Nice. I didn't
that's
even
how we're
notice that.
funding software development these days. Cool.
Yep. And there's some others like that has, if you look at the SIG API machinery one on Wednesday at 2 p.m., that the location is Arduino.
Oh,
so edge. So edge computing.
But
right there.
yes, we are working on cleaning this up.
Okay.
good. Sounds good.
Oh.
I don't think we have any specific things next week that we should call out, but I know we do have, and I know a lot of people are off on Friday, the 3rd. So I'm assuming that we won't have a meeting next week.
I am pro canceling that.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the week after that, we do have the monthly steering committee meeting. So same thing there. Per usual, we'll send out a note. Then we have release engineering, SIGDoc, SIGNode.
Meet our contributors. Although I don't see it on the calendar, but that should be still slated for.
Yeah, that should be in there. Or is that?
It should be the previous week, I thought. Because it's usually the first, so the first Wednesday of the month.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of weird that's not on there. Either way, should poke Paris to confirm that that is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would probably be, tweet worthy.
Yep. Tweet and message. Yep. So that would be for Wednesday.
The 1st.
And then we have Monday the 6th, the steering committee meeting.
Yep.
Then we have.
Yeah. We also found that there are 36 meetings that are not on this calendar yet.
36 more that are happening?
Yep, 36 more that are not on this calendar.
I'm hoping they're like Tuesday afternoons, maybe Thursday afternoons, and not within this spot here.
I hope it's at, what's the most dense place? I don't even know.
Here. That's noon on Wednesday.
Noon on Wednesday is the...
Yeah, noon on Wednesday.
Noon ET.
All 26. Wow. Yeah, so the monthly steering committee meeting, and then, of course, should we have a... is there a community meeting here on Thursday, the 16th? Shouldn't there be?
There should be. I don't. So that's weird. Like that. I don't know why that and the MOC are not on there.
Are they on a different calendar? This is the community calendar.
Yeah, they should be on this calendar. I am not sure why they are not.
Might be because you need to be a part of the. Because I removed all my personal ones and they are on there.
Okay.
So that's probably why. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing and verify here. Yes. Cool. So the Kubernetes community meeting is there because I'm a part of the mailing list. What was the other meeting that we were missing?
Meet our contributors.
I don't see that one. So I'll ping Paris.
I would just make sure that's still happening, and then we can follow up and make sure it actually gets on the calendar. It might have actually just been put on Contribex's calendar, not aggregated out. I can actually check on that right now.
I want to check first for a pinger.
I'm checking. Yep, it is on the Contribex calendar, but it is not on the community calendar. I am actually, that's weird. The community calendar is set to be subscribed to it.
You want to remove it then?
I'll need to do some digging.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah, there's something has changed. I feel like in the Google Calendar space recently, and I don't know like what it is, but I'm trying to figure it out.
There have been a couple things, like they recently stepped up with like auto add meet links.
Yeah, like I mean that's great, but they changed some other stuff in the background that's like not allowing. Like you have to like I don't know. It's like what not. It's like you have to list the people that can auto add first, not publicly auto add. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do some investigation into that one.
Let me know if you need help because I'm diving into the same problems over here on the Red Hat side. So
Okay.
I can
obviously we'll trade information.
Yeah.
By our powers combined.
I just got an updated invitation for this meeting.
Say what?
Like
yeah.
right
So
now?
that was me changing the agenda link so it points towards the correct one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the all future events should have the correct agenda link.
Okay. So remove that one. All right, so we got a few things happening. Then I'll ping Paris anyway because we want to make sure that we have the right content for next week's meeting.
Makes sense. Well, good. All right. Thanks for the walkthrough, Jonas. Going back to the, I almost said agenda, because that's how really Boston accents say it. And
Gender.
yeah, I just like went back 10 years working in Boston, and yeah, when the dater, we were talking about dater on the agenda, about how dater wasn't going from one array to the other array. I'll never forget how weird that was. I'm like, what place did I just move to? I don't understand anything you're saying.
Hilarious.
Good non sequitur. Okay, calendar's looking good. Thanks for that. Tweet drafts. It sounds way more action packed when you say it that way. Tweet drafts.
Tweet drafts.
Go for it, Chris. What's going on there?
So I mean, we have not like a great cadence right now, and it's like super not like easy to like do this stuff. If that makes sense, right? Like,
is there a good place to walk through? Is there like a screen share you could do to show us what's going on there?
No, right? Like, I mean, maybe Paris has something, but like, other than just the Twitter account and this doc, right? Like, that's what we got right now, and that's I mentioned this in a PR somewhere that I just closed or issue I just closed the other day. Like, we need a better place than this doc to like store tweets, if that makes sense, right? Like a spreadsheet or something. I don't know. Like,
we need a tool, y'all.
So
yeah,
like today. Like that's the.
Why are we using Buffer? Like,
that's why I'm like, I want to know why we're not using Buffer or Hootsuite at this point, right? Like,
okay. I mean, we can do that,
decision.
but like, that doesn't solve the problem entirely.
So
if that makes sense.
You could throw it into Buffer in the queue, so not to publish. So basically, as the day goes on,
that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like, we have themes for tweets that we want to send every week.
Mm-hmm.
We need to like keep copies of that so that we don't replicate them, if that makes sense, right? And also so that other people can see this is what a decent tweet looks like, right? Like, we need to have like a tweet storage system or something, right? Like, and if Buffer does that, I'll go check in my Buffer account right now, actually. I'm pretty sure it blows it all away after the fact.
Yeah, it tends to archive. If you have like templates.
It does archive? Okay.
Yeah, there's an archive. I think I don't know if we talked about whether we have financing to do at least some of the pricing, the pro option, the $15 a month. But
I could just pay for that. Like seriously, y'all.
Here's the deal. We need to test out the PR function because we are also test driving that for the main Kubernetes account.
Yeah.
So we have to get that up and running.
So
That's-
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We talked about it. We had a call earlier this week, talked about it. We can just request a repo, and like I'll create one in Ksigs, and we can start setting up the PR one there.
Okay. Yeah, that was the hurdle.
Crystal said I
Thank you.
needed to write a note to the mailing list with the repo stuff. I asked Chris and Caslin if they could write up the tech specs for that. Check your DMs, Chris.
Oh yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah. You responded
Yeah.
to that?
Did I? I did. Yeah. So, yeah, Rajula, were you working on like the POC for this?
The GitHub Actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a complete end-to-end. I can build one and then show you next week.
What we need right now is just a proposal for the repo. That's it.
Oh, okay.
And it just needs to be like a paragraph. It's not.
Yeah, I got that. Where does it need to go?
It needs to go on the mailing list.
Which mailing list?
Contributor experience.
Okay.
Yep. And then like
I'll tag
we'll
you.
add our plus ones, and then in the repo creation request, you just link that.
You say we need a repo in Kubernetes-SIGs and what it's for. So the link to the Twitter stuff and what permissions that we're going to probably need, stuff like that.
You can just like poke me or like Nikita, because we're the ones that primarily handle like the repo creation requests and things like that.
So is there an issue I need to open and then an email?
Do the email first, and then you link to the email conversation from the issue.
Got it.
That's according to Contributor Experiences Charter as far as how we create repos, by the way, if y'all are curious as to where that comes from. So the Contributor Experience Charter has how we make decisions.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's definitely the next step, which is important for us to work through. But in the interim, like, let's use whatever tools we have. So if we need to just have a Google Doc with some drafts that we edit over and over, if this doc isn't good because it gets messy with other things, just set that up and link it here, and we can do that.
Yeah. Where is this doc? In some G Suite account somewhere? You just want me to make a doc on my own account? I mean,
that's totally
yeah, it's super temporary. So yeah,
right.
like if it lasts more than a month, we're doing it wrong.
If this literally lasts until next Friday, we should just shut the Twitter down. I'm dead serious. Like we have slow rolled this into Turtle City, and if we can't collectively get a tool together in the next 5 days, we've lost. So that's the rule. Cool. Everybody on the call, cool. I will do whatever work we need. I will ask for money. Let me know. I will write the proposal myself at this point. So just give me an action here.
like I'm busy as F. So
Okay. I'll write the proposal then. I'm gonna do it
thank
right
you.
now.
Okay.
Yep.
I can also help.
It's already done. Consider it done. All right.
Cool. So, given the current state, I don't think we have to hold ourselves to like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday cadence. Like, why don't we could just kind of scroll through, see if there are any issues that are worth tweeting out, or if there are any events worth tweeting out.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like,
Okay.
if we need to tag things in the calendar and we want to tweet them out on a certain day, let me know. We definitely want like a good first issue tweets. Shout outs is what we need today. So I can grab some of those real quick, or Caslin, you can if you want. But yeah, we need stuff.
Okay. Well,
I will work on it.
So my impression of it was like, you or social media team in general will come to this meeting with tweets to review, and we'll thumbs up, thumbs down, or help write them. I don't want us to take too much time
Correct.
filling in
So
that gap today, so we'll skip it. Moving on to review in progress issues. The 3 that we have for overall marketing team, we've got SIG profiles. So if anyone, I'm going to comment on this and give an update from the initial post. But if anyone is looking to write something right now, we've got options. I'll wait. Anyone interested in writing an article about a SIG right now? Kazan? Cool.
I can take on another one now. I also have another issue for writing a blog post that we talked about before, which I need to go look at again, which I was going to try and make some progress on.
Awesome.
But I'm down for taking on another SIG.
Okay, cool. I'll ping you in the updated note on 3654, and yeah, just claim one and roll with it. Next steps on the one for Windows. Are you gonna put that into a PR in the coming days? All right, that might take a little longer than expected. I think you've gone through this before, but I just remember like, oh, a lot of people end up coming in and like adding nits. It's really nice to ask for suggestions, like for people to use suggestions, so you can just like one click it and just integrate their fixes. But anyway, Godspeed. It's a little bit of a clunky process, but it's the best we got for now.
It'll be an adventure.
Exactly.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, and everyone's really kind and very helpful. So it's good to go. Good, that's that. I've got next step on updating that issue, so that's good. Okay, social media platform requests. I think that's really what we ended up talking about for a bit. There's still a note in there at the bottom on like what will get this to close, which is a documented process for how we review tweets. Sounds like Paris has next steps on getting that proposal out there, and if that can mature into a conclusion, we'll be able to close that issue. And then creating a bot to push announcements to multiple communication channels. Rajula, did you ever get that repo you needed open? And nudge people, but I lost track.
No update on that, but I'm rewriting it in Go, so I'll finish it so we can make a new PR.
Cool.
Sweet.
Definitely a fun exercise. I don't know if I should say I'm sorry or that's just cool.
It's just cool.
The Minnesotan in me wants to apologize. Cool. That's great. I will see whatever happened to the infra request and see if there's something else that was requested of us to get that going. Alrighty.
Was that the Zapier one?
I think we moved past Zapier. And Rajula, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is an issue under Slack infra opened up. Yeah. And you're waiting to hear back.
Okay.
How to make something, and it's just sitting.
I can ping people in Slack infra. That wasn't on my radar.
Yeah, totally fair. I think as soon as we cross a couple of repos, it's easy to get lost. All right, I'm gonna just ping you in the thread. Good. Yeah, I actually forgot it landed in infra. I'll have to follow up. Hey, all our stuff in progress has people on point. That makes me very happy. Just gonna take a moment to look at the marketing board. See if there are any I think the backlog is all pretty consistent. Other blog post opportunities, but we've got plenty in progress for those that are writing. G Suite process and guidelines is still in the backlog. And current community infra issues / G Suite are in the backlog. Are either of those worth discussing at the moment? Linking to them now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they seem pretty beastly. Woof.
Yeah, some of it, the issue itself hasn't been updated, but George and I have been sort of tackling some of those as we've been tackling some of the other problems.
Cool. Okay. Well, I think I'll just leave that under the assumption that, like, Bob, if there's action for this group of people, like where you want us to either help communicate out like how people should be interacting with G Suite, or do some beta testing for you to see if it works, like we're here to be here.
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
it probably make more sense to be under community management.
Yeah, I think so too, but I just wanted to offer since it's tagged.
Yeah, I don't. I'd have to go like look at the issue again to sort of
All good.
read through it.
Yeah. Nope. Okay. Well, with that, cruise through the full agenda. So going back to the top, congrats again, Rajula, for becoming an org member and for all your work. It's really appreciated. Kaslin, great job on the article, and keep going. And also your art is amazing. Please keep trying and sharing. We'll figure out where to put it. It's so pretty. And yeah, congrats to all of us. We hit we're almost to steady state. We're like so close to having the pieces together where we can feel like we know what we're doing here. So anyone else have items to discuss, or should we wrap up? Let's wrap up. Happy Friday, and take care. Have a good weekend.
Have a good one, folks.
Later.
Everybody.
Bye.
Recording.